has done it. The Lord has done it. I said the Lord has done it. The Lord has done it. I said the Lord has done it. I said the Lord has done it. The Lord has done it. Hello, hello. God bless you. It is another wonderful evening with the program, The Banana Show. The show that talks about your relationship before and during marriage. Tell a friend to tell a friend the Banana Show is on and Voice of Freedom is on board. Tonight we have a very interesting topic to talk about, and I believe that many of us will gain from it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to connect. Tell a friend to tell a friend to connect. What you don't know, you don't know. But a stone you see can never blind you. Tell a friend the Banana Show is on 7 p.m. Connect. Facebook Live Impact Ministries. Impact Ministry. IMPART. Connect and let's talk something very important. Something I believe will be very beneficial to many people. Tell a friend to tell a friend. For those who want to follow us after production, post-production, you can follow us on YouTube, Impact TV. Impact TV, the Impact is IMPART. You want to follow us on our TikTok, then you can follow us on Unction to Function. Unction to Function. Tonight is going to be a wonderful night. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the Voice of Freedom is on board. The Banana Show is on fire tonight. Shall I tell the topic we have tonight? The role of sex. It is not all bones you chew. Some bones you will chew them till thy kingdom come. Tonight I want to talk about the role of sex. Many homes are dividing because of sex. That's the truth. And many homes are growing stronger because of sex. You will know it's very important. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the topic tonight is the role of sex. Yourself, you need to learn a few things from it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to connect. Just post the social media handle to the person. Impact TV, Impact Ministries, please, on Facebook Live, and you will connect with us, and so that you can know what is happening on board. What my friends could not do, the Lord has done it. What my lawyer cannot do, the Lord has done it. What my doctor cannot do, the Lord has done it. Hey, the Lord has done it. Do you know if you wear the right shoe, you can go anywhere? When you wear a shoe that is very tight, a time will come, you are very uncomfortable. You can't even walk again. But with the right shoe, you can go anywhere. If you also wear an oversized shoe, of course, you will not go far. So wear the right shoe. That is why this show is on board. For you to wear the right shoe so that you don't have problem while you are running through the process of getting into marriage. The role of sex is the topic, remember. Is sex important? You will know. This is also a song for somebody. You don't know that if you can trust God and put Him first, that thing you think is impossible become possible. Some of you are believing God for marriage. It is my prayer that in the next few months, your marriage will be settled. Some of you are believing God for the right partner, the right man, the right woman. Just follow us online. Grace will speak for you. It's one thing to find a person. It's one thing to know how to go about it. And that is why this show is on board. To guide you so you understand the process. Some of the failures you're passing through might not necessarily be an attack. Sometimes it could be negligence. The Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Maybe you're passing through some process, and some process are even repeated pain that has been taking place. But this time I want you to know, if you follow the right process, you can correct it, and you know the right shoe to wear, and you can dance and wear your marriage cloth. Tell a friend to tell a friend, it's a banana shoe. We don't joke with it. We believe in something. We believe in the truth. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. I want you to be free from every stress. Good evening once again. This is your host, Counselor Andy. You can call me the voice of freedom. And the show is the Banana Show. It's talking about your marriage, your relationship, what you need to know before you go into marriage. Because most people enter into marriage without proper orientation, and that's why they are failing. And by the grace of God, this show is designed to actually help you, so that if you've been facing repeated problem, you can know how to come out from it. And sometimes if it's an attack, then we also know how to deal with it. Some of you've inboxed me, and by the grace of God, I believe that you are now knowing that there's always a way out for everything. Yeah, there's always a way out for everything. And by the grace of God, I thank God for those ones who are now understanding their relationship, and those who are passing through it. I thank God for those who are understanding their own mistake. Because one thing in life is for you to know your own mistake before you start accusing another one. When you know your mistake, then you can be able to correct it. When you correct your own mistake, then you can look at others. Now let's look at the topic of the day, the role of sex. Now, when I talk about sex, I use the word sex because it could be love making. It could be love making. Now, sex is an action. I will call sex an action without process. That's what I'll define it as. An action without process. That means you just want to catch the fun, and you don't want to pass through the process. But love making is the process. And I'm going to explain the two for you now. Now, with sex, you just meet a person, you can catch the person and do whatever you want to do. The intercourse will take place. That's sex. Sometimes you just go into straight action. Some people don't even pass through any process, just pull off their whatever they want to pull off and straight to action. Sometimes the woman is cooking, and before you realize it, something is happening. Sometimes at the hall, it's happening. Sometimes you are sleeping, they just tap you, and the next thing is, open your leg, I want to do something. That's sex. And sometimes only the men really love that process. Women don't really like that process, because women always love passing through the process. So love making actually is what women love. Why sex is what men really love. Because men like going straight to the action. They just want to hit the nail at the head. Hit the nail at the head. Why? The women like the process. Sometimes they want to be called, and sometimes they want to be put in that mood. They want to pass through the process before you start some massage, some caress, some message. And while you're passing through all this process, then you are sending a message, you are sending a signal, you are watching telly, and you go out, and from the place you went to, you just put some things on board. You already know that when I get home, there's a continuation. Women like that process, yeah. And you want to tell us you want to start the assignment, or you want to project with your work. You just need to go around. You just need to sometimes give her a body massage. Sometimes she wants to see that caress. She wants to see that she's really in the mood. That is really love making. Love making is when you pass through the process. Why sex is without the process, and men normally they like that method. Yes, sometimes only very few men want to pass through the love making process. Because men, they just want to hit the nail. Yes, why the women sometimes they don't just want the nail on the head, they want the nail to go through the head before you hit it on the head. That is the truth. So we're going to look at something, the role of sex. Is sex important? Yes. Is sex good? Yes. But there's something you must know, that when it comes to the role of sex, we must be very sensitive with this particular issue. There are a lot of homes separating because of sex, and there are a lot of homes that are so strong because of sex. Now, somebody will ask me, why is that some people like sex and some people don't like sex? This is because we have three different type of people when it comes to sex. Now, the first one is the hyper person. Who is a hyper person? Whether a man or a woman. A man could be hyper, a woman could be hyper. A hyper person is the person who cannot stay without sex for a long time. The person can finish having sex now, and in the next few hours, The person is feeling for sex. The person can finish catching phone now, and in the next few minutes, the person still want to do another thing. Yeah, that's hyper. They are hyper. They can't stay longer. They can't really stand, whether a man or a woman. So if you happen to have a wife that is hyper, then you must be able to put things in place. Otherwise, before you come, cheating will come. Most of the women you see cheating, it's not because of anything, because of the hyper level they are. So you must, before you go into marriage, these are some of the things you must correct. You must be able to balance it. It's like temperament. If you don't balance the temperament, you will have a problem. Now, the same thing with your role of sex. If the woman is hyper, you have a problem. The woman wants sex all the time. Then if you cannot meet up, you have a big problem. Now, as a man too, there are some men who cannot stay for a very long time. They are hyper. When they come, they can go 3-4 rounds in the morning, and in the evening they can still continue with another round again. They are hyper. And after even today, the next day they can continue. They can have sex the whole week. They don't have a problem with that. They have the strength, they have the capacity, their mind is on it. They make sure that every time they are able to meet up. Now that is an hyper person. So, but an hyper woman, the same thing too. She wants to have sex all the time, every time. Now, when it comes to that kind of person, you must be able to know how to deal with the person. Otherwise, the man become a cheating man, or the woman become a cheating woman. You can inbox me. I will tell you how we deal with people who are hyper. Otherwise, you have a problem. It's natural. It's not something that is. Sometimes people take it to a different level. No, hyper is a natural phenomenon. It's part of life. You are just born to be an hyper person. Yes, whether a man or a woman. So if you don't understand it, then you begin to say this person is sexually bad or sexually too sensitive. No, the truth remains that when you are hyper, it's part of you. It's like when you have your temperament, it's part of you. Yeah, so hyper people, they like sex a lot. Now, when it comes to the normal one don't really have a problem. The normal one don't have a problem. The normal one, that means this person is not hyper. That one can stay 2 weeks, can stay 1 month. When you are pregnant as a woman, you give birth, that 1 month, you are going to stay out of sex. The man can stay without stress. But with the hyper, he might not be able to stay for 1 month. But with a normal person, he can stay. As a lady, she can stay 2-3 months, but not too long. That is the truth. Not too long. Once a while, you see, with a normal person, there is this tendency that, especially with the women, when the monthly timing comes and the feelings comes, what happens? They can kill it. Hyper can kill it. They look for her to really satisfy it. They are really under pressure. But with a normal person, when the monthly feeling comes, then they are able to see what they can do and kill it. That's the normal one. So if you have the normal one, sometimes you don't really have much problem, because such feelings you can kill it. But when it comes to another type again, that is the abnormal one. They don't have feelings at all. They don't have feelings. Sometimes it's a medical condition. Sometimes it's not a medical condition. It's just part of them, part of the person. This person doesn't feel anything, whether man or woman. So that is why you tell the man, most of the time they want to release it. I'm in spirits, I'm doing something, I'm traveling, I'm this. No, they are abnormal. Their sensitivity is abnormal. So because it's abnormal, they can abstain. And sometimes if they are Christians, they could stand on that Christian line, or maybe let's even the Muslim line, and tell you, okay, I don't want to abstain. Sometimes it's not because they are really trying to abstain, but the truth remains is they are abnormal. Their faith doesn't count. So it helps them sometimes with the Christian line when they are not married. But when they get married, it becomes a problem. Yeah, because at that time, maybe the lady might be normal, or the lady might just be abnormal, or the man can be normal and the man could be abnormal. So it can be hyper. So if there's a problem with that and you are having such person, you will never enjoy your religion. That's the type. Sometimes you hear ladies telling you, is it food? Yes. Yeah, if you marry a man, it's not food. It's his right to jump on you at any time. But the other thing is there must be mutual understanding. Yes, the truth is, if you love a man, no matter the number of times he will come on you, you will not feel it. That's the truth. Women know what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you love a man, no matter when the love begins to die, that is when they try to limit it. Sometimes they tell you this thing is food. Now let's draw a timetable. The timetable is three times a week. 5 times a month, they begin to draw time. When a lady really loves you, she doesn't have timetable. As you touch her, the feelings will come. As you are watching telly, the feelings will come. As you go to the theater, national theater, to go and watch programs, and there, while you are even driving, the popcorn you are eating is already a signal for her. Where there is love, sex is not really a problem. When you see people actually denying the other partner sex, especially with the women, many things are involved. One is that the love is dying. That's number one. Two, then maybe she's having abnormal issue. Yes, abnormal issue. That means our feeling doesn't come. Sometimes some of them were raped while they were young. Sometimes this abuse of past relationships. So that love is there. So any person they are seeing and they just believe that you are all the same. So sometimes they begin to abstain or give you distance as a man. Sometimes even with the men, we have those who are also abnormal. But normally, it's with ladies who like staying away from the men and telling you, I am not in the mood, I am not ready. Men are always in the mood because men are always charged for an assignment. So this three process, you must know where you belong. Are you hyper? Are you normal or abnormal? So where you belong will determine the kind of partner. That is why in our counseling, when I'm counseling you, I'll give you some guideline to know who your partner is. There are many things you need to know about your partner, your temperament. You need to know the temperament of the partner. You need to know the elements of the partner. Then you need to know sexual, where she belongs sexually, whether she's hyper, without sleeping with her. Let me tell you, not with sleeping with her. There's a test mode I give to you. So that will determine whether she is hyper, normal, or abnormal. So if you are hyper, to avoid cheating, so you don't get married but you are cheating, then we need to guide you on how to go about it. So if it will not work, then you begin to stop or discontinue with that relationship. Now let's see the role of sex. The role of sex. Now when you're married, sex is supposed to be a happy thing. It's supposed to be something mutual thing. But when you begin to have conditions towards sex, it means the love is dying. That's a simple mathematics about it. It means there is what we call I will use the law of diminishing return, or I will use the word of that. But the love is dying. That's the truth. Because when there is love, there is no one deprives each other. Every person wants to satisfy each other. Yes, and I'm going to tell you the role of sex tonight. A few rules that sex will play in our lives. Very important. It's not a mistake. Sex is not a mistake, but we must understand that it's for the right people also. You must be ripe, you must be right, and you must be in your home, you must be married before you can begin to really enjoy this, so that it doesn't look like you are still in it. Now let's look at the role of sex. Number one, the role of sex is that it lowers blood pressure. Blood pressure. It lowers blood pressure. That means if you have high blood pressure and you have sex, especially with the men, your pressure will go down. Now, I'm not saying go and start doing 20 rounds, 18 rounds. No. Now, I mean go and satisfy. Just have some press up. That press up you will do because of the hormones you are releasing. What happens? The pressure will go down. So if you are having high blood pressure, because sometimes high blood pressure comes from what you are thinking, the pressure on you. So anytime you have sex, you are released. Are you getting me? You are relieved. Yes, you are relieved. So anytime you are relieved, the pressure will go down. The pressure might come back later, but at that moment, you'll be relieved. So it helps to lower blood pressure. So if you're a man, even as a woman, if you have blood pressure and sometimes you're able to do your own stylish way, with a woman, maybe you need to put your stylish way, the different method. Yeah, you want to put, and you realize that after the sex process, your hormones are released. When hormones are released, the pressure goes down for a while. Another thing again that sex can help us to do, it settles differences. I know sometimes when some men are quarreling, they don't want you to near them. Yeah, but you must know your man. You must know your man, my dear. Know your man. Know the key. Know the key. Don't just be using words. Know the key. Know what to wear. Know how to go around. No matter the anger, lock the door. Give him what he needs to see. Yes, attraction causes attention. As a woman, she's angry. Put her in that mode. Tease her. Oh, I wish some people would inbox me. I don't want to be too open on air since the message is going viral now. So I could have told you so. Tease him, tease her. put her in the mood. She's angry, you've offended her, you've offended him. Just put him in certain mood, and that mood will settle the case. While you are going through the process, while you are passing through the loss and just going through it, then begin to confess your sin. And you realize that before you finish, your sins will be forgiven. So please, it's another way. So sex can help settle differences. Another thing sex can also do, it can boost excitement. It can boost excitement. Give a man a good sex. When he's coming, he will buy you a gift. Yes, just give him something very skillful, just something unique. Tell him what he needs to hear. Even ladies that don't even buy gifts, there's a way you will give it to her. You'll be surprised that your food that they will be served with some reserved plates. The plate they kept for many years, they will use it to serve you food that day. If she doesn't have the money to even buy you a gift, but women try and also be buying gift for your partners. It's also very important, no matter how small. Sometimes you people want the men to always do it, but sometimes it's good as a woman also buy a gift. You can be coming from the market and say, I bought you fruits. It's also a gift. I bought you food. I bought you banana. I bought you pawpaw. Maybe you can't buy shirt. You can't buy shoe. You can't buy boxer. But you can buy these things. It also add what we call spices to your relationship. Every man likes gift. Just as you women love gift. That's the same way. As a man, we love gift a lot. We love gift a lot. So when you buy gift, you charge us. Yeah, you charge us. So when it comes to sexual issue, one of the things that sex can do is that it brings excitement. As soon as you satisfy the man, when he's coming with an hamper, because he wants another one again. Say, my dear, where you stopped the last time, I want you to continue. Give me more of the spice. Yeah, the same thing with a woman, more of the spice. He serves you and say, my dear, you are such a darling. Yeah, so always add spice. That is why don't be one method person. As a man, as a woman, don't change styles. Don't just have this father-mother method all the day. And change styles. As a Christian, change style. Don't look at the Christianity I want to be. There's no holiness when it comes to that aspect. He is your husband, he is your wife. Do whatever you need to do in the room with him. Make him happy, make her happy. And when you come out, you are smiling. People don't even know why you are smiling. Don't go and do this holy thing in the room. And because no. Give the best, and the best will also come out. Another thing again, sex can do, that is why you must be very careful. It carries bond. That is why sometimes your first love, you have problem with that. Sometimes that first guy, that first lady, if you are not careful, if you separate, maybe suddenly the guy travels, suddenly the lady travels, and when you hear the guy is back or the lady is back, memories. So sex have bond. Sometimes even the way guy handles you, if you are not careful, maybe just a passerby, but the way he handles you, or the way a lady handled you, sometimes that memory does not leave. You just had what we call a mistake. If you are not careful, anytime you see that mistaken man or mistaken woman, you want him to do the same thing he did many years ago. That is why if you are married, anything called ex, you have to be very far. Otherwise, your ex can be tempting, because if your ex know the technical know-how on how to hold you, whether a man or a woman, if he gets close in a closet, if he tests one again, he will continue again. And then you'll be having problems with your marriage. So avoid proximity, closeness to your ex, especially ex that both of you really had a bond, because sex is a bond. You always remember something. It develops a bond. It develops a kind of remembrance. This guy, I could remember. I know, I could remember the way he holds me, the way the way we're strolling, the way we're walking on that lonely path, the way he talks, the way you see those kind of things. So if you are not careful, so please be very careful with the past, your ex, and be very careful on getting close to your ex. Another thing again, sex can do, it can reduce stress. In as much it can lower blood pressure. It can also reduce stress. How can it reduce stress? Massage. I always tell people that it's always good to massage each other most often. Massage the man, massage the woman, massage the thighs, massage the waists, get her massage, get her body massage, just tell her, get her legs massaged, raise the legs up, massage the legs. Yeah, allow blood flow. Allow blood flow. If the man is stressed up, he has been stressed up. What do? Just put him, turn him back, massage his back. Let your hand go through the back. Put an oil on your hand, massage his back. Come to his brain, massage the brain, massage the thighs, massage the toenails, and just massage his body. And by the time you finish massaging, then you go straight to the action. The same thing with a woman that is stressed up. Get her leg massage, especially get her foot massaged and other things. Then go straight to your action. You realize that every stress you pass through, maybe from work, from your business site or anything, the stress will go down after the sex, because sometimes after the sex might not be okay, but during that massage, you are relieving certain stress in the body. And after the massage, what will happen? So this will lead us to the next one. Sex can also help us settle what we call insomnia. Insomnia means the inability to sleep well. Insomnia, the inability to sleep well. Now, after sex, most men, you see them, they are gone. Yes, so most often, if you cannot sleep, you find it difficult to sleep, try and have sex. A good sex. When you have a good sex, after a good sex, and I want to tell you how that good sex really works. Don't actually have it under a very cold place. Try and sweat. Are you getting me? Try and sweat. It is that stress as you finish that will put you. If you do it under a very cold condition, sometimes the sleep might not come. But when the fan is not much on you, then the process goes through. Then after some time, the nerves will relax. And when the nerves relax, then what happens? After you finish, you just see yourself, you are going. And let me tell you one way not to cut off the sleep is that once you finish, don't go and do another thing again. As you are coming down or from where you are, if your hand is always around your wife, your wife is around you, just put your hand around her. Because most of the time when the men finish, they just jump out. They just put your hand around her and don't do anything again. You will notice that sleep will come. As a woman too, sleep will come. So it will help you. It will give you good sleep. If you know you don't sleep too, sex will also help you. With good sex, sleep could come. So these are some of the things when we have sex, it could help us reduce the pressures. The pressure will go down. It will help us bring excitement. It will also do some other good thing for it. It will settle differences. Then one of the things it will always do for us again, it can develop bonds when we are into a relationship. Let's be very careful. Last time I spoke about sexual bond, I told you that to round it up, time is not on my part as I want to round up. Now, to round it up, when you have sex with the wrong person, you have a problem. That is why I will tell you, be very careful. Be very careful who you want to spend your lifetime with, because sex is a bond. Yes, sex is a bond. Most people, as soon as they left their relationship, they left their marriage, they could not marry again, because there is a bond that is not broken. Now, what is that bond? You have spoken certain words, and some of the words you have spoken, that word is a bond. And because it's a bond, if it's not broken, most of you separated while you were angry. Take note, I want this part to be well noted. Most of you separated because you were not talking, you were very angry, but you forgot that you made promises with your words. And those words, they are bonds, they are vows, they are agreements. Now, if you don't break that vow and you go because you are angry, that vow will work against you in your subsequent relationships. Other relationship you'll be having, you'll be noting such problem because you have promised a man, I will die for you. You have promised a woman, I will die for you. So if you have said, I will die for you, and it is you alone, when you go into another relationship, that bond is not broken, you will go and face a problem because you're already dying for somebody, so you cannot die for another person again. You once told someone that if it is not you, no one else. You said it because you were happy, but you don't know you are entering into bond. So if you've entered into such bond, My dear, begin to look for how you can break it, or you inbox me and I will tell you how to go about it. That is why some of your relationship is not working. You have already promised somebody. You've already told the person. Today you are not even talking to the person. Today you are not together again. And you think it will work. It won't work because there's an agreement that is not broken. Until you break that agreement. Some of you don't even talk to the person again. Some of you don't even know the whereabouts of the person again. But you once told the person, if it is not you, let it be no one. If it is not you, let it be no one. Now, this word will speak because when you go into the next relationship, you're already in agreement with another one. And until that is broken, you will not find peace. Sometimes you'll be in a relationship. You might even go into a new relationship or even get married, but you'll still separate again. Why? Because there is a problem you've not been able to resolve. And if you are facing such, inbox me. Let's talk about it so that it doesn't affect other relationship that is coming. Otherwise, you realize that you might even get a good man, get a good woman, but because the bond is not broken, my dear, you cannot be free. So please, this is why sex is good, but know what is behind it. If you have a good sex, you will stay stronger. That's the truth. A good sex will stay stronger. Any relationship that is having good sex, they stay stronger. That's the truth. They stay happier. They stay stronger. They stay happier. Any relationship that is not sweet, there's something about it. They don't stay. They are always quarreling. This one is watching television. I will roll the curtain now, but at the same time, I want you to know that as sex is very important, it also has its own disadvantage. So if you are facing some problems in your relationship, I want you to check. It could be a sexual problem. It could be a sexual problem that you had with another person and you made promises. And today you are not with that person and you are passing through a lot because that bond is not. If that bond is not broken, my dear, you will never have a peaceful relationship. But if you're passing through that, you can inbox me. Let's talk about it and I will tell you how you go about it. I will roll the curtain. I will cut at this junction. I want you to know that the topic, the role of sex, is the topic of tonight. And I am your host, Counselor Andy, and you can call me the voice of freedom. I believe by the grace of God, tomorrow we'll be connecting online also, 11:30, to talk about another very important topic. This time after the topic, we shall pray over it. Yeah, that is Jabez hour, 11:30 Friday. Tomorrow 11:30. Let's talk about some topic and let's pray over it. Beloved, if you understand the train you are entering, you will get to your destination. If you enter the wrong train, you will never get to where you are going to. At this junction, I want to wish you a very wonderful evening. And I believe for those of you who have watched it and those of you who will be watching the post-production, share to a friend, tell a friend to also watch it. Facebook Live Impacts Ministries. The impact is IMPRT, and you want to watch it post-production too on our YouTube. If you're on YouTube, then it's Impact TV, IMPRT, Impact TV. And on TikTok, it's Unction to Function or Relationship Clinic. Till I will come your way again, I want you to enjoy the best of the evening. Bye-bye.